Dr. Stone, episode 23, recap, go. A wave of science hits. It's the name of the episode. It's as good of a recap as you're gonna get. What did you like? This whole episode is very... It's not low impact, because a lot of really important things happen. They are over the whole roadblock of the tungsten, so they get to work on what they need to with that. I like how right at the beginning is the night. It picks up where the last one left off. It's Senku's birthday, I guess, and they're out at daybreak so that everyone can check and make sure that they got the right rocks. And there's the whole line about it looks like a mountain of jewels, and Senku's like, yeah, that's because it is a mountain of jewels. We literally went mining for these. That's what it feels like when you get mined for the first time. And Magma's all just kind of like sullen in the corner, and he's like, gemstones my ass. They're just kind of heavy rocks that we had to go and get. And Gin's standing right next to him, and he kind of praises and affirms Magma's contribution. And after he does that, we get, while everyone is admiring the gemstones, there's a lingering shot on Gin that he's just kind of staring at Magma and smiling. And it's really cute. And I think it's just kind of nice that Gin is... I don't know. I don't think it's like I'm gonna make that man my boyfriend kind of stare, but it's like, oh, the little puppy doesn't understand why it's a good boy, but you're a good boy, Magma. It's kind of one of those looks. But after that, we get Senku's roadmap with everything highlighted, which I think is really cool because, like, you've already done all the stuff that's highlighted, so you can focus more on what they haven't done, and you realize that there's one trail that they haven't really started on, and then there's another trail that has, like, one step missing, and they just got through the major roadblock of the tungsten, so they're almost completely done with the cell phone project, and I think it's a really good way of showing the progress. Opening credits, good. Always love the opening credits, very pretty. Then we get to see Magma helping, which the chief points out is new, and he's not really good at helping yet, but he's got a smile on his face, which is important. And then while Magma's helping, we get to see Senku kind of like, not really hire Chrome, but he puts a task forth to Chrome and is like, you can do what I'm asking you to do. Just do the thing. Be a science user. Show that you're picking up what I'm putting down. And I really like how he just recognizes that there's a problem. He understands how to solve problems really well, and so it's his job to go throw his brain at the problem. It's neat. And then we get to see Kaseki being a really cool character. I like that he's kind of, like, bitterly nostalgic for his lack of friendship when he sees Chrome and Senku, and then Chrome has the whole really nice thing about just kind of being confused and being like, we're your maker buddies, we've been here with you for the time that we've known you. We've really enjoyed your company, and we like all of the things that you've been able to help us with. And I like that Senku just kind of being there to share in that sentiment is kind of him opening up and then walking away without any objections once Chrome kind of points out the thesis to what he's saying, is him letting Chrome do something that he knows that he can't do, which is speak on an emotional level to this guy. And Chrome's probably known him in passing. He knew to go grab Kaseki as soon as it was time. And I just think that it's a really good and touching moment that they let Chrome have instead of Senku, because Senku doesn't do that. And I also really like how, even though everybody calling him Old Man Keseki is kind of unfortunate, I appreciate the whole age shouldn't interfere with friendship sentiment. I've had a lot of friends that are many, many years older than me, and I very rarely have ever felt that be any sort of strain on a friendship where two people can view each other as equals and appreciate what each other does. Then I really feel like all of the main characters coming together to create the filament that they're using out of tungsten really feels like they're making something magical, and it's a big payoff for, yes, we finally do have this thing we've been trying to get and been failing at, and now when we use the power of friendship, we can achieve our goals. And I think that's nice. It's good. It's good shonen writing. Let's go. And then we get Senku just kind of handing out high fives to everybody, and that's a really nice, sweet moment because Senku is like really happy. He just got this thing done. Like I said, that's been giving him grief and trouble for all this time. And he's in the mood to just give everybody high fives, so we get a bunch of JoJo posing in this episode right at the end. It's very good. And then the episode ends on a really nice note with K-pop video from I'm Sorry Again. But after that, it ends on a really nice note of the old chief of the village kind of giving his blessing to Senku and saying, what I've done isn't a mistake. But he has one line that's, what you're after is completely irrelevant, but the village becomes more and more enriched regardless. And I really like that. He gives a good reason to respect Senku, even though Senku is not what a normal chief would imagine an ideal leader to be. So it's good characterization out of the chief, and it's a really nice moment for Senku to just kind of be like, yeah, that was my plan kind of all along. I know that I kind of suck as a person from time to time, but I'm always here for the good of humanity. That's my ultimate goal, and I want to bring you guys along for the ride as I jump back to the world that I used to live in. And I like that. I like that two genuinely good characters can see eye to eye, even though they're from completely different worlds, and they have completely different views on responsibility, and it just takes on the world. It's two completely different worldviews seeing the benefit of each other, and I really like that. So, gold star. Alright. What did you not like? That Rochelle salt that turns sound waves into electricity sounds cool, and I don't know really what it is or how that works or anything like that, and so I'm mad at myself for not knowing about that. It just sounds cool. You grow rocks that can turn that can turn sound into electricity. It's learning about stuff like that that makes science awesome. Like, I had no idea this was a thing. It makes my brain just kind of like burst, because like obviously that's how you make microphones, but what if you can output it and then you could just put, I don't know, these things in the bottom of fucking your lawnmower, and obviously it's not going to save you too much on the electricity if you like have some fucking hybrid engine or whatever, but it's not like your lawnmower is gas guzzling anyways, so you could legitimately be saving a good amount of energy just with that little bit. So if anyone wants to go on Shark Tank with that idea, feel free. But I just think, like, and thoughts like that enter my brain as soon as I hear someone say something as, like, in the real world experience, you never truly, on the regular, need to turn sound into electricity. I do, because I'm recording a podcast, in theory, most days of my life. But like my brain just sparks with a million different ideas as soon as I hear, oh, you can turn something inherent into electricity. And like I've never thought about that's how microphones work. Obviously that's how microphones work. It makes a lot of sense. I don't know. But yeah, so like I said, I don't like that I hadn't heard about this before because now I'm going to sound really stupid on my own podcast for geeking out over something that you probably would never realistically be able to do. I don't think I have any spoilers to talk about, so the big takeaway is probably that little bit at the end. Like I said, the point of science progressing is to enrich everybody, and just because you're doing a thing in particular doesn't mean you're not going to learn about other things on the way to your end goal. If you have a roadmap that's as broad as doing chemistry to make plastic and mining gems, you need such a breadth of knowledge just to achieve the one goal that you will inevitably be helping people in their goals just by having knowledge and understanding why things are the way that they are so that you can do what you want to do. I think it's neat. I think it's very nice. Yeah, it's just a good moral to the episode. That and Gin is hot for magma.